Our next guest is Notre Dame student Matt Verdeshi, who's led his dorm's effort to raise money for a good cause through an event called Mullets for Malaria. Matt, welcome to Notre Dame Day.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Matt, Mullets against malaria. Tell us, how does St Edward's Hall getting a hairstyle of the 80s stop malaria?
Right, yeah. We use mullets as our creative way to bring attention to malaria. And walking around with an 80s haircut definitely captures people's attention. So it's our way to help our fundraising efforts. And also, we kind of use it as an incentive for friends and family to donate. We have the rule that we must keep our mullets until we reach our donation goal. So some friends and family are very happy to donate because that means that they'll see us go back to our normal hairstyle as soon as possible.
Oh, I just think that's absolutely brilliant. Tell us, Matt, when did you guys start growing your hair out?
Yeah, well, to grow out a good-looking mullet, it obviously takes time, especially for someone who has short hair. So the sooner you start growing out your hair, the better. So for that reason, we start growing our hair out very early into the fall semester. But this year was a little unique because of COVID and the different academic calendar. So we gave a little extra time that you don't need to start growing your hair out because we had our event on February 25th as opposed to early February in the prior years.
I got it. Okay. So how do so many of you get long hair sculpted into cool and sharp looking mullets? Like, do you have a resident who stepped up as a barber to help you out?
Yeah, we partnered with University hairstylists over in La Fun, and everyone instead is welcome to get their haircut for free as long as it is for a mullet or racing stripes. You know, you can't just go over there to get a free haircut. So we set up like a Google sheet to get estimated haircut times. And then the awesome people over at University Hairstylists did a great job turning out so many of our haircuts for a couple of hours. And, but we take a lot of time to grow out our hair, so we definitely want the professionals to handle the haircuts.
I'd say that. When you're wearing your mullet, as you said, people, you notice them looking at you more. Like, do they ask you questions about it? They ask you why?
Yeah, I mean, it's not every day that people are blessed to see, beautiful mullets. So of course people tend to pleasantly observe us. But I think the most common question we get is, what do I need to do to get my hair to look that good? But also they ask us, why do we do it? Which just means that, our efforts, our goal in getting the mullets works because people are, we raise awareness for our fundraising efforts.
It's brilliant. I mean, you've had a successful Mullets Against Malaria this year, as much as we giggle. You've raised over $20,000 in a week. Wow, that's just amazing. What did you do or what do you attribute to your successful campaign?
Yeah, well, as you said, in previous years, we kind of hovered around the 10,000, 11,000 mark, which is great. But this year, we blew up. We got over $20,000, making this year's, efforts the most successful team for the Nothing But Nets Foundation. And I think this year's success can mostly be attributed to fully deploying the entire St. Edward's Hall community for this effort. And I think one leading factor for this was Father Ralph, our rector, maintaining a blog called the Gentleman's Monthly. Go check it out for some great content. And there he constantly gave updates about our efforts. So when the time came to donate, people were very willing and excited to help out. So it really came down to engaging present and former members of STEDS and the larger community. So, of course, we hope to follow up these efforts in next year and just later on into the future.
What a fantastic, fantastic story. Matt, well done to you. All the best. Thanks so much for joining us on Notre Dame.